Okay, okay. Are we on? Are we on? Alright. Cool. Okay, episode breakdown. What's up, people? What's up, boys and girls? What's up, world? It is Uthtube here, and today we are doing episode 4 Hoenn region episode breakdowns. When was the last time I did this? Wow. When was the last time I did this, actually? I think I did it a few years back, when we had, I think the previous PC from this one that we got right here, where I think where we showcased a scene, and I think I had technical difficulties with that video, but we wanted to show it to the viewers because we wanted to basically show you guys how that certain scene was made. But now we got this one right here. This one is episode 4 Hoenn region. It's when I think it's Team Rocket attempt capture. I think is when Team Rocket captured Gilbert's Trico, and obviously a special Trico, a powerful Trico from its base form, and also captured Torchic, which is also a mysterious Torchic, that was missing for some time now. I will not reveal why or how Torchic was missing, but I will leave it here for episode 5 to reveal what happened with Torchic and also the future episodes. But today we are doing this scene. This scene is, I think it's called scene 9 of the Hoenn region episode 4. So let's get right into it. Okay, I'm gonna disable the real, I think actually, where is it? Let's see. There's a lot of things happening here with this scene to remind me. Okay, I'm going to disable this one right here, because this one I will explain later what this is. This one, okay, now you can tell the difference between this and that. Can you see the difference? Yeah. Okay, so basically, yeah, we do this because of when we are doing the scene down here, and we want to put effects. You know, this part right here, if I can remember, because I'm always doing this. This scene right here, what we do here is, I say, we put clip after clip after clip after clip after clip. So you can see that some of them will reveal face expressions. So if you see here from Boo and Dyer, let me see, look, face expressions. See that? So basically they're angry there, and then they're shocked there. So then you can just see it, that Boo and Dyer are shocked there. So that is part of what that is. So you see scene after scene after scene after scene. Now, this makes it a little easier for us to put effects on, because you look, it's straight through. All we have to do is just like, for example, if we wanted to put like brightness and contrast, all we have to do is just put it in just one thing, one scene here, and that's it. We don't have to put it in every clip, which takes a very, very long time. So when we put this episode together, when we put the clips here, when we put these clips all right here, you know, the images here of Gilberts and Wingle, the robot what Team Rocket was using, Sapphire, the explosions. Once we do everything, then we save it. We save it again. This whole thing, and what we do is that obviously we bring we do the clips based on the text here. And then we do it, you know what I mean? We do all of this based on based on that, based on the speech that you saw above, and then we put it together. You know what I mean? Again, as I said, that we do it like this. We put it all together. You know, all of this. All of this as well. Mark's Michael Hitter, and then you know, Team Rocket stuff. You know, the most that we're gonna see along with the video, and then we do the speech. We mute the whole thing, and then we save it, because you know, on this, if I double click it, you will not see the speech and the text there. You see that? Because when we saved this, we muted the speech, so then you can see that. And so then once we bring back this scene, then we enable it, and it becomes like how it is, as you see right there, with the speech pointers. The speech pointers here is a long story. I mean, I can explain it right now. You see, we got scale and we got width. So if I was here to example just go like this, look, you see that? So this takes time here to put together as well, you know, with the speech. So you can imagine every speech, every one of them, especially when Dia's talking, especially when the camera is in a different position, and then we see, like, for example, how we see Mark, Peter, Boo, and also Dia, you know, leaving. You can just see that the pointers was on Dia one time saying let's go, they go, and then after that they pointed to Nurse Joy, because that's where the next scene will be, after Dia and Boo, like what we saw here. See that? So they replay it. See that? You can see that. See, Boo was right. Gilbert ran off to Route 104. Let's go. See, not because the next part is Nurse Joy talking. The camera is now to Nurse Joy, and then what we see after that is they go, and then the pointers go to Nurse Joy. So then you can see. So then it happens in every scene that you see. So then it takes a very long time to do it as well. But okay, so let me just see right here. Okay, so I'm gonna disable the rules scene at the top, because originally this whole thing is meant to be dawn/night. So I'm gonna enable all of that, so then you guys can see the real thing as well. Okay, and also because, yeah, I've forgotten, this episode was not made on this software. It was made on in a previous software which I liked using, but because it was a little bit slow, we had to upgrade, and we have this one. And this software, or this upgrade, is different from the previous software that I used. And I liked the previous software because it was so easy to use. You know, it was so fast. I knew almost where everything was. But because we have this new one that I'm showing you right here, like for example, the brighten contrasts. If you see in the real episode, if you go to the real episode on episode 4, Hoenn region RSE, you will definitely see here that is probably dark or dawn. Forgive me if I got that wrong, but I think it's dark here, and then Gilbert gets confronted here by gets help here by their friends, and so that is the reason why I'm gonna enable that. Obviously this software kind of made it a little bit weird and that, so there's some things that I'm missing, and there's some things I'm trying to get back here. But anyway, let's move out from that. Okay, so I'm going to explain here the crop part of this, the cropping here in I think when was the last time I probably first used it? Well, I don't remember when I first used it, but okay, now the cropping here. Okay, let's go to the crop. You will see that cropping in the last episodes. I'm saying episodes because we have been using that for some time to get things moving and up and about in a certain scene. We don't want things just to stay still because it looks like to me it just looks very, very weird. So you can see I put crop when I'm getting the surroundings of the game as well. Okay, now if we use this woman right here, the crop, you can see that when I press the crop, it gives us that selection. So what I might do is I'm going to enable that, and then you will, okay, all right. Now if I enabled that, let me just see. Okay, now the reason why that I enabled that is because there's a flicking thing going on here as well. You see that here? Look, a flicking thing happening. Flicking thing there. See that? So we're trying to stop that from happening, and as well as that, say when these guys are moving, it's not interrupting her and him and Nurse Joya when they're moving. We don't want that. As soon as they move, then their position is a little weird. We want everything to move at its own pace, to move at its own clip. We don't want this to interrupt anything that's going on here with the people around Peterburg City. So okay, so then if I was to okay, now let me just enable that. Now if I was to get rid of that, you can just see here. You see now nothing is wrong right there. You can just see that. And then if we go here to the let me just try to remind myself what this is. Okay, Diatalks. Okay, so it's as soon as Diatalks. Okay, that's what it is. All right, so let me see here. You can, okay, so all right, I'm pretty much sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So as usual, this is just to make sure, that this is not the woman here and the surroundings here are not affected by what they're doing, because because we're just trying to make sure that, because you can see that it's clip onto a clip, but what we're trying to make sure is that when they move, they don't get affected by it, because I think here is the one I'm talking about. Let me just go right there and see. All right, I'm pretty much sure this is the one. Okay, okay, if I was to enable that, okay, see, okay, now this whole thing here is on Nurse Joy itself. Okay, now if I was to just enable that, you can see that it's gone. All right, so if we want to enable that, and then now if we go to here, oh, what is this thing doing? Okay, this is on, you can see this is on now. Yeah, this one, you can see that when I'm getting the clip from the game, Dia and Boo are moving up and down. You can just see that. So then, you see Pow. See that? See, so that was saving me right there. Anyway, okay, so then if we were to go to here, then we go to crop. See that? See, now if I was to just example go like this, and then Okay, let me just enable everything right there. Now I'm hoping this will show you guys. People are looking. See, so then we want people to see. Can you see that people are looking there? So in this scene, we want people here to see that our heroes are going to help Gilbert out. Yeah. So then, okay, actually, because this was quite long ago that I did this episode, it kind of now you can see, look, everything's all about crop. See that? All right. So okay, now I think the bug catcher right there, he looks okay. I think that has nothing to do with the crop, because I think that he's already looking at our hero saying let's go, and then we just go and see right there. So then now we know the reason why that is spaced, because as you saw before, it will also look abnormal right there. See, so, and you can see clip after clip trying to make sure that their movement are not cropped by someone else. So then, okay, let me just actually pow. There we go. See, so everything's all by, you can just see how it's constructed right there. I do not understand what is going on there. That never happened in the. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check that out because I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the final clip, in the final scene. But if it is, then obviously that's a little error that I'm putting by accident. But you can just see what I'm talking about, and then everybody's all going there, and then after you we see Nurse Joy. So then, because the reason why that we have, I'm pretty much sure, yeah, that's right. The reason why that this crop had to be here, that woman over here, is because the scene with Nurse Joy, she is already looking that way, and we want her to look at our heroes going there. You know, like when we are doing a script, or when there's something action packed going on, or like when something is going wrong, you know, people, you know, it's human nature. People like to stare. People like to look at what's going on. So we're trying to bring in some kind of human nature, some kind of stuff like that, just to you know, bring in realism, showing people that, okay, look, you know, like her saying, oh look, there is some kids going in to help, and then after we see Nurse Joy saying that, you know, you see, oh, you know, all right, you know, like, oh, that boy Gilbert, you know, anyway, if you watch the episode, you know why she, you know, why we made her say that. And now we get on to the next scene. Now the next scene is obviously this explosion, as you see right there. It's, I think then we used to use this explosion. I mean, this is actually one of my favorite explosions. Obviously, you know, obviously the explosions are under Sapphire. Oh no, actually on top. I'm saying on top of Sapphire, on top of the robot, and then obviously we got the surroundings. Because as usual, if I was to enable that, look, yeah. So then you get the idea. All right, now, okay, let me just see. Okay, all right. So let me see if we got everything right there. Okay, so okay, now we see the explosion. This is some kind of an effect, some transition effect that changes, make the explosion changes color. You can just see right there, and then there we go. You see, so then this is when Gilbert commands and Wingull to do something, and then Wingull brings out an attack that Gilbert did not know Wingull knew. And then after that, yeah, we see Team Rocket with a robot, and obviously just see Sapphire, and obviously we just see that what do you call it? Sapphire, yeah, just stopping its poison tail right there. Obviously, I did it this way to put another image on top of another image, just to do like that. I think at the time I was just experimenting something, so I did that instead of putting it at the top right there. And the reason why that I did this is because it may fade and then it may fade out and then fade back in. I'm not too sure what that is, but I think that's what it's gonna do if I was to put it right there. So instead I just made it easier. Just copy pasted the image, drag it on top of it here, and made that purple. So then after the explosion, I don't have to put cross dissolve there because it's right on top of the explosion. So then as the explosion here is coming out, Wingull is doing the wing attack here to clear out the smoke. You see Gilbert closing his eyes. You see Gilbert open his eyes with the cross dissolve here at the bottom here. So let's just see that. There we go. So if I was to play that, there. Let me do it again. There. And then during that, we see the poison tail being obviously stop. Obviously, because if you have watched the episode, the scene before this one is when Wingull did a powerful water gun, and then Survivor did the poison tail, and then they hit, and then it caused a massive explosion. So that is why that's like after an attack, the Pokemon just stopped doing the attack after the attack. So that's what's happening now. And then we see this hard work of Panic. Now the reason why that it is like this is because it's the same thing, like the Sapphire thing that I said before, like the top of the poison tail. This one is what we use it for the poison tail to bring purple and a bit of light there, and obviously the amount of it we want it to be fully 100%. So that's what we got right there, and then you see we see it cross dissolve. Okay, now for this one. Okay, now the reason why that we got it like so is because one of them is for the shadow. And that is what I've been trying to implement here for the past several episodes of Shadow, because you can see the shadow of the Team Rocket's machine right there, and then we see Wingull's shadow. So after the explosion, obviously for this one I could have just don't do it and then did it like this, but around the time when I was doing the explosion, I had to put that there to see what Wingull will be doing during the explosion. So that is the reason why that we see it like this. I could have muted it and then as soon as the explosion clears, then I can bring in all of that. So yeah. So but anyway, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're editing anyway. But the thing about it is that these episodes here are all in my hands. Like the small team, they can help me on try and see if things can get out a lot faster, can release a lot faster on the YouTube channel. But it's all on my hands, and obviously I have the final say on the episodes that comes out, obviously, because obviously Gilbert is me, what I'm saying, but just a Pokemon trainer, soon to be probably the most powerful Pokemon trainer, or probably or probably the most powerful. Anyway, and also a legend. We all know that. You know, obviously, yeah, I get the start, I get the end, and then what I do is that from the panning, we make sure that this, I'm hoping, 278. That's right. Look, 278. So exactly the same. So then we have the start point, and then when it goes up, and Wingo comes down, it should be the same. Almost the same. Okay, so it's almost the same right there, because of obviously I might have done this so then it won't look glitchy when it's turning around. So then you can see that it's 700.2, and then obviously almost 700.2, and I think, yeah, so then it's almost exactly the same. So then we're trying to make sure that when it goes from here to here, that it's not glitchy as it comes back down to for Gilbert. And then obviously we can see right there that the wing attack on the wings is now disappeared. So you can tell, so then you can see that Wingo has finished the wing attack. So that's it for you right there. I'm not going to go into detail, I don't want to give anything away. So yeah, but that's what I do when we do the episode. Okay, so and then obviously you can see Gilbert's face dissolve again as usual. As I said before, it's based on the surrounding thing right here. Sometimes we do not use this over here. We don't use Gilbert's or people's face expressions on here unless necessary. What I'm trying to say is that because sometimes we may use this here just for the surroundings, and then we use the crop here for people's effects, like what I showed you here with Boo and Dai's face expression earlier on. Okay. Alright, now let me just show you. And then you see Gilbert shot, and Gilbert says, like with the text, I'm pretty much sure you see the text right here. Sometimes the text can be long. Okay, let me show it to you. Because when I'm editing, we do not know how long this is going to be, and we don't know how long certain things are. So then what I do is that we cut it, and then Gilbert points, and and then also the speech comes in brilliantly, and then we let Gilbert speak. Speak and say, huh? Did you just do wing attack? Like that, Gilbert's voice. Did you just do wing attack? Anyway, okay, so then, and then Wingo is like, he shouts, and then, so wow, Wingo, you're full of surprises. And then Gilbert gets back into, obviously Gilbert loves his Pokemon as friends and family, loves his, what Gilbert does. He's always put the innocent needs before his, never gives up until it's over. That's him. And then obviously he gets back into that mode of getting Team Rocket, because obviously Team Rocket still got Gilbert's Gilbert's Trico, Torchic, and Taylor. So then, yeah. Okay. Anyway, if you've watched the episode, you will know why Trico and Taylor got to Team Rocket's graphs, and as well as why Trico and why Torchic's in there as well. Sorry about that. All right. So then, okay. It's okay. Now let's go down again. Okay. Now we see Sapphire for there. Okay, we see Wingo. Okay, yeah. All right. Now we can see, wow. Okay, now this is when Torchic is trying to come out, I think. Okay, let's see. Wow, look at them trying to get out. So then you can just see, wow, look at Torchic's skill. So this is this is it. This scene took some time, because I didn't know what to expect, what to expect of how we're going to show like something happening in that area. But I remember just going through the storyboarding and going through, just actually drawing up certain scenes and trying to imagine certain how will somebody get out, and how would it express on the scene, basically. So instead, I used the same explosion that we saw earlier on. I think a different color and different style of explosion. You can see that actually is I think it's like a candy color brownish explosion, and then you can see right there that it's fitted in quite quickly. Pow, 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 pow. You can just see that, and then we see embers flying out. Now this one is a really smart thing that I thought, because obviously we've seen in games, and then we see it in the series that ember is not like, like when you see it in the games and when you see it in the episode, some moves are not the same. Like water pulse, that is a good one. Water pulse for real. If you see water pulse in the series, like let's say like Froakie, because obviously Gilbert's gonna get Froakie sometime in the near future. So Froakie does water pulse like a Kamehameha move, like what Goku does in Dragon Ball. But in the games, it's like as if it's spitting out some kind of like a I don't know, like hyper voice, like sound coming up. Even though that the whole scene is blue and all of that, when they could have just in the game show like an orb, just showing right in front of the Pokemon and then flying out and hitting the opponent. They could have showed it that way, but instead it's different. Like overheat in the games. Overheat, you just see Blaziken Blaziken red all over, and fire coming out of him, out of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But in the series, in the Pokemon series, overheat is like, fair enough. Blaziken is all red and heated up, but then overheat come out of his mouth. But you never know. Probably another Pokemon does overheat that way. You never know. Probably another Pokemon does water pulse, like the way the game does it. I don't know, but I like water pulse the way that they did it with Froakie or like any other Pokemon, like either from their mouth or either like a Kamehameha. But what I'm trying to say is that Ember right here, I think at the time I was thinking, what can I use to express Ember in this part when Torchic comes out in break 3? So as you can see, as usual, I use the panning. See, so the start and then the end, there we go. And then the panning, and then we can see that from start to finish, pow, there. And then Torchic comes out. Okay, and then you see it again and again and again, like what I just shown you before. You see Torchic doing it again, comes out, and then like any other of Gilbert's Pokemon, love to rescue its friends, but Torchic expressed it that is of its, I say love, towards Gilbert and his Pokemon, and trying to get out and trying to save Gilbert's Pokemon. But as I said, or if you have watched the episode, Torchic is a different Torchic. Torchic has a very, very different background and loves to train a lot. So then you can just see how Torchic came out, by itself with Torchic, and then after that you can just see that Torchic trying, look at that, trying to save Trico and Taylor, but let me see, be cool. You see that he's trying to save it, you see, but couldn't. You can just see that Torchic breaks free, and then you can see that Torchic lands on Gilbert's arms, and then I think Gilbert will say Torchic, and then you can just see Trico is using that as his advantage to try and break free from his part, from where he was trapped. Because obviously in this scene, I can't really show it here, but in this scene, Taylor, Trico, and Torchic are trapped in different parts. Not in the same part as you see here, but in different parts here of where they were captured. So that is why Torchic broke free first, and then Trico and Taylor are still there. Okay, And then you see, you can say, Tor! See that there. And then after that, you see that, that's right, Gilbert says, wow, Torchic tried to save Trico and Taylor. So then you can just see right there. Okay, anything else? Okay, another robot. Okay. Alright, let's see here. And then, yeah, so this one, as usual, trying to time the cross dissolve, trying to time, as usual, the same explosion like what I explained before. There we go. See, there we go. And then after that again. There we go. You see, Torchic, you okay? Alright. I'll be back. Wait a second. Okay, I'm back again. Trying to check something out. Okay, everything's all okay. Cool. All right. So okay. See, so this is a long one, so you have to kind of pay attention. Anyway, okay. So then you can see. Okay, now I'm going to explain this right now because I don't want to just say it as we're going along. Now you can see the same thing happen again and again and again. Look at that. Look. It happened again and again and again. So then you can see the intensity and the eagerness, let's just say, that's right, eagerness, trying to get out. And then you can see that Trico still being captured with Taylor right there. And then you can see that Team Rocket are trying to escape. You can see that they're moving up. This is done by panning. So exactly the same method as I said before, you know, like, so what we do is that we do a start and an end point to know exactly where to know where they're going to stop and when they're going to go down, like that. And then obviously we slow down. Obviously we slow down how the rocket goes up, the robot goes up. In this new software, you can only do time stretch. Time stretch is one of my favorites because depending on what scene you're doing, either if it's an action or something fast or something slow, time stretch is the one. The previous installment of this software, you can do time stretch on picture and on video. This one, you can only do it on video, which is so annoying. Especially when we are editing the new episode of the Hoenn region, we have to again always change. I'm not even going to talk about how bad this software is. I tell you, I'm not even going to explain it, but I have to get used to it because most of my effects that I created based on what they provided. It's all here, so I have no choice but to stay with this software, as well as I can't be bothered yet to learn a new software and then and trying to implement it, but you know what I mean. But I'm one of those guys that loves to learn something, especially languages, new things. So one day I'll probably will be up for it, but something like this, especially when it's an animation or half hack. When it's a half hack, oh boy, my mouth again. When it's a half hack and a half animation series, it can be tough. So you have to bear with me in the team when we're doing the scripts and when I'm doing the final edit for any episode of Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures, or in Japan, Pokemon Gilbert's Adventures. Anyway, so then you can just, so then, as I said, here we go. The urgency keep on going until the end. All right. So, okay. So, now this here, the reason why that you see this is because in the scene, I made Gilbert very, Gilbert is angry. He's like, you're not going to allow you're not going to take my Pokemon. That's what's happening. So and as well, it's because Gilbert is holding Torchic by his right arm, or by one of his arms. We have to shake Torchic. You see that? See, so then if I go like this, for example, look, till it stops. There we go. So there. And then you can see that Team Rocket's about to leave. Okay, let me just see. So then you can see Team Rocket's shadow. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I really showed that. That's really cool. You can see that. Yeah, now you can see that. Now you see that the shadow is disappearing because obviously they're going up. So then, yeah, this is what I was trying to show. There we go. And then obviously we still see Trico and Taylor trying to get out right there. Okay, and then obviously we see some Firefar still there. I think yeah, that's right, looking to Gilbert, looking this way. And then Gilbert says, Torchic, because obviously Torchic, I think Torchic was wiped out when Gilbert wanted to know how Torchic was. That's right. You okay? All right. So Torchic, like that, like that, Trico, like that, and then and there we go. And then this is when now we see our heroes coming into the scene right here when it says Gilbert, and then we see Gilbert says Boo, Dyer, Mark, Peter, and then we see Gilbert smiling right there. As usual, it's done here by what we mentioned about this is the one that will help us to give Gilbert the face expressions. And okay, but to get the face expressions on in the game like this, yeah, it's a tough old deal because you have to do it for every clip that you see here. Look, 34, 29, 28, you can just see that. So you can imagine how many clips that we do when we're doing a scene, an action scene, a drama scene, any scene. This is what we do. And obviously, or let's just say this is what I do. You see, so people might have it. People may make it differently, but this is how I make it. It's easy for me, so it's long, but it's worth it to me. Basically, that's what I meant to say. Anyway, so now we see even Wingold is happy. You see our friends. Gilbert is smiling. Team Rocket Survivor is looking that way, and then after that we see our friends there. Wow, I'm glad to see you. You see that? So from there we see Survivor looking there. Then we see Trico trying to get out, and Taylor also. And then Dyer says, "You people again? Seriously?" Like that. That's how it's meant to be. And Gilbert says, "Exactly." So, and then Mark says, "Who are these people?" And then Peter says, "You know them?" See, so then you can see that. So as things are going on, you can see that, as usual, as I said before, that Trico, Taylor trying to get out. Okay, let's see if there's anything I'm going to show you right here. Okay, so I think, yeah, so you know them. It's good that I'm not seeing it. Okay, it's good that I'm not seeing this because it's a long time. Now we see. Now this is old Team Rocket's motto, right here. This one right here is something that we had to get from the series, obviously. The actual original Pokemon TV series on TV, not Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures. So this one, yeah. Obviously you can see the extended reach from Star Bob, Jesse, James, Team Rocket, Blast of the Speed of Light, Surrender Now. Oh yeah, see, this is a different one. Look, your Pokemon is ours, so goodbye and good night. Me off, that's right. You see that? So it's definitely taken off here from the Pokemon series on TV. Okay, so it's good. It's a really, really good one because we don't want to just to keep on pointing, and it's good because then we get to see who Team Rocket really is. Jesse, James, and Meowth, obviously, and then obviously to bring that motto in, we have them, and then Team Rocket comes in like that, and then obviously in the background you can just see our friends turning. There we go. See, because they're hearing it. I take detail very, very seriously. every detail matters. Even though we make mistakes, probably sometimes we double check it and then we miss it. Yeah, I mean, that's nature. We miss it by accident. And then we see it after and we're like, oh crap, that's nothing we can do. It's really released. You know what I mean? So, but we learn from it. That's life. We learn from it. You know, and don't forget that mistakes are proof that actually you are trying. Don't forget about that. And that is what I've been, looking at, as well as don't give up. Don't give up. Especially what me and this small team, the team of Uthtube, has been going through for the past year. We never gave up. So even though episodes take long to release, we don't give up. And don't forget that it's you guys that make it possible. You guys that keep on having that appetite, giving that urge to release episodes like this. To show a different kind of Pokemon series. Not like how it was before, but to give something that edge of the seat moments. And that is what I take seriously as well. Edge of the seat moments, action, comedy, drama. We want to laugh at. We want to see wow. We want to feel the emotion from our, from these characters. Something that you don't see in a Pokemon series, especially when Gilbert has a girlfriend. You know what I mean? So see that. So it's different. So this is what I want to show you guys, and this is what I want you guys to enjoy. Anyway. So after that, and then during it, we see that Team Rocket is deciding to put the robot down because there's no way of escaping. So let's just see. There we go, slowly going down, and then obviously I think the shadow comes back. That's right. This dissolve from the transition effect help the shadow to come back. Look, you see right there. So that's the shadow. See, so it brings it back. See, can you see how light it was at the time when it was moving up? Now it's moving down. Now it's moving down, and the shadow is appearing. And then see that. So then there we go. Team Rocket thing comes. Okay. I put it up there because obviously when the real scene comes up, we want it to be on top, not at the bottom, because obviously, you know what I mean. If you put it in the bottom, it won't show. So that is why. Okay. And the image of Torchic, I did that. Torchic get to be injured. What else? Oh right, yeah. I almost I forgot to mention. So Fire's one, I think it's a crop, right? Yeah, it's a crop. That's right. So Fire's pink, Poison Tail is a crop. Yeah, that's something I've forgotten to mention right there. Okay. Okay, so throughout the scene where Trico and Teller are trying to come out, urge to come out, you know what I mean? Okay, yep. And then obviously we have the speech, as I said before. This takes some time to do, and okay, and then obviously, so from here, we have a simple one. I think, okay, let's see what this is. This is actually a crop, but I want to see what this is. All right, yes. So, yeah. If I was to enable that, I think they're still angry, and Gilbert and then Dai is so shocked. Is this? Let me see this. Yeah. So this scene right here, we use the crop. Enable that. See, we crop it, and then see, it shows that everybody's all shocked right there. See, so then that's what I like. A lot of things going on, and a lot of things to figure out, and a lot of things going on, and we all know why. We don't want things to be so slow and so sluggish. You know what I mean? We want everything to go like pa 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 pa. But forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me, boys and girls, that this episode is long, and I did apologize as well in the description that this episode wasn't intended to be this long. Because obviously there's so much that the team and I wanted to do in this episode, so that is why it was this long. And obviously we do plan to make things 30 minutes, definitely, but forgive us here if it becomes 40 minutes. but I know an episode that is an hour or before an hour is not acceptable. It looks like almost like a special or like a movie. So forgive us for that, yeah, if we do make episodes that are a little bit longer than it should. Usually an episode should be, for us, an episode should be 30 or 40 minutes. But sometimes when we're doing scripts, we don't know how long it's going to be. So when we put it together, and then we see it, we're like, uh-oh, it's 40 something minutes, it's almost an hour, and we're like, crap, there's nothing we can do. We can't cut this thing down. We can't, the whole what do you call it? The whole episode has already been finished. The scene's already been done. There's nothing we can do. So we have to kind of apologize to you guys, obviously. Anyway, so I've shown you guys right there, and then we see. Okay, now, what is? Okay, I want to see what this is. Okay, so this one is actually meant to. Be scene 50. I don't understand why. I'm pretty much sure. Yeah, it's meant to be like that. Anyway, I will look back and see if I made that mistake. I'm pretty much sure this was meant to be 50. I think something might have happened during when we were moving this file from the old for the previous installment of the software to this one. So forgive us for that and bear with us. But yeah, when Gilbert says, when Daya says, like shocked, like that. Gilbert's trick is almost breaking free like that. And then after that, and then obviously everyone's all smiling like that. See, so this transition is actually meant to make. Actually, let me see if I can see. So, okay, I'm actually gonna show you guys right here what I would have done here if I. So basically, this is cross this off. All right, let me just see. There we go. So if I was to just replace it. There we go. Bada bing, and then it should hopefully. There we go. See, so there. So that's what I would do if I saw something like that. Now we see Meow saying, "Oh, he has a Torchic," and now we see now they're getting really, really anxious. Like this Trico, this powerful, mysterious, special Trico, is breaking free. See, and then Jesse said, "How is that Trico's power attacking, breaking this metal?" And then Mark says that, "Wait, I've heard of Team Rocket. And then obviously, Mark, obviously done his bit of his information back in the day, so they were criminals in a region called Kanto, right? Obviously, by this time, don't forget, guys, that by this time, Hoenn region was the first travels of our heroes. So don't forget, guys, that says Hoenn. Then Gilbert goes to Kanto, but that's just the Kanto battle frontier. That's it. And that's when Gilbert stops Team Rocket. But then Gilbert goes back to the Hoenn region after the achievement of the Kanto battle frontier. And then after that, when Gilbert stops this horrible eruption aftermath explosion that was going to destroy Hoenn because of Permel Groundon and Perma Kyogre's fight. When Gilbert stopped that, and then also Mega Cruiser help Gilbert, and also don't forget our heroes, gym leaders, people that Gilbert knew back in Hoenn helped out. They stopped it. Gilbert left his Sceptile and Blaziken with Ninja Lee, so then that way he can stop any disasters or any further disasters in the Hoenn region. Around this time, or after that, Team Rocket, that's right, Team Rocket revived themselves in the severe islands, went to Johto. Gilbert and our heroes was going to go back to Kanto. But because of what they heard about Team Rocket reviving again, they decided to go to Johto first. And then also this guy, one of our hero's best friends, Peter, stayed back in Hoenn to obviously do further studies for his goals and ambitions. So I'll stop right there. So that's a little bit of an insight of the missing link between Hoenn and the Johto region, what I just mentioned earlier on just there. Okay, so don't forget, guys, that this is the first travels of the Hoenn region. Trico was first. Gilbert got Talos second. Gilbert got Wingull third. And then obviously after this, or at the end of this episode, Gilbert got this. Like Trico, who is a special, mysterious, powerful Trico for his base form. Torchic, Torchic also has a special past. You know, when I say about special past, I mean like Torchic is absolutely powerful in his base form, as well as if you've seen the episode The Battle, Torchic has 2 abilities. Now that has never happened before in the Pokemon world until now, and there is a reason why Torchic has 2 abilities, why Torchic copies Gilbert. A lot of things that's going to be mentioned in the coming episode of the Hoenn region. So so fasten your seatbelt for that. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to the breakdown. All right. So so as you can see, keep on going. You can just see that it's keep on going, and then keep on going. See, it's just keep on going. And you could just see that our heroes are still talking to Team Rocket, saying what you're talking about, this and that, and then let me just see. So this whole part is the best part. I've got to mention this is actually the best part because Trico, Taylor fighting, breaking things down, trying to break it down. And then after that, we just see that our friends are trying to make sure that Team Rocket do not move or do not escape. And then okay, let's just see what we have. And then we have, after that, we can just see that he's saying that if you don't mind, like meow, if you don't mind, because some place to be. And then obviously we see so move it. Jesse and James said, all prepare to fight. And then obviously Boo and Mark prepares to fight. And then you said anything about fans. If you watch the scene, you would definitely know what we are talking about right there. And then yes, now I find an easy way to do that transition. It's just a simple one. But you can see the Pokéball. This, as usual, this throwing Pokéball. Let me just see. There, you see you see Boo, Mark. See, so it's still there in their hands, and then after that we see Boo. Now, this is all panning. As I said, start, end, when they're going to start, and when it's going to end in the air. We see that's panning once again. We see Mudkip coming out. This. Look at that. So many things happening right there. See, so then it's all about thinking and how the color is going to be when it comes out of the Pokeball. Same thing like Mark's powerful Mekahuta, or if that's how you pronounce it, Mekahuta, and then also Boo's powerful Mudkip right there. And then obviously we see the shadow of Mudkip, and then also when Mekahuta comes out, we see the shadow of Makuhita right there, and then obviously we see this, obviously, and then you see Mark bringing out, see panning right there. Let me scroll up. There we go. Mark doing the same thing for his Pokéball, and then after that, see, and then we see that they let's see, yeah. So Boo coming out. We let obviously, yeah, see the shadow coming out. I like the shadow. I'm very, very glad that I've you know, that I remembered about this and put this into the series. So you see that anything that happens there, and then we see Makuhita doing that, and then the shadow also moving with Makuhita right there. So exactly like what do you call it? The Team Rocket's robot, and I think Sapphire also has a shadow, but I think the shadow is with the robot, so you weren't able to see it from here. Actually, yes, I didn't put the shadow because the shadow was obviously going to be on the robots, so I didn't bother putting the shadow there. I didn't bother to put the shadow there, obviously. So yeah, that's right there. And then okay, now okay, what else? And then the timing of Team Rocket's my mind said Lego. I don't know why I said logo. Don't know why my mind said Lego. Anyways, okay, so there we go. That's right, yeah. See that? So we're trying to bring something a little bit more, you know, something more glamorous, so something brilliant to bring out the logo when they're gonna battle, and then we see there, and then shine, and then we did that because of the timing, because we don't know exactly how it's gonna happen in the final edit when we do it, and then obviously okay, and then right there, okay, so you see that. So once again we do, look at that. So this is how this massive Pokéball was made. This massive Pokéball was made. This scene. So then you get a little bit of an insight of how this is, you know. But it's a long process because even the robot part, if you see, yeah, here and here. Okay, let me go back to here again, and then you can see there. Stops there, and then it stops, and this is all by timing. It's all by timing. Even sometimes I'll come here and say to myself, how the hell did I do this? Seriously. But when it comes out, it's brilliant, and you can just see the timing of this thing and how brilliant this is, you know, as well as the robot coming in and out and doing all those things. So it's absolutely brilliant right there. And then okay, so I think that is it, yeah, for for this particular scene of Team Rocket attempt capture. Now I'm going to show you the final edit. Now let's go there right now. Okay, we are okay, so here we are with the final edit. Look at this. Look at that. So this can give you a little bit of an insight of what's going on. I will deal with this because obviously this software, as I said before, this is a software that we got recently, so it cannot find scene 3 of this episode, but I know where it is. So I will do that after the video. Okay, so this is scene scene 9, and now we get into this. Now before we do anything, I'm going to enable all of this right there. Okay, now if we were to mute the entire theme from this episode, guess what you hear? Let me see if you guys can hear it. I have to put my speakers on. Let me check and see. Yeah. So right there, you can just hear that from obviously from where I am and where you are from the video. So look at that. So then the explosion, and then also after the explosion. Okay, let me put the speaker on again so I can hear it again. So then you can hear a little bit of the environment. Okay. Yeah. So let me just mute that. Okay. So look at that. Look at that. So look at that. I mean, this took time because this took so much time, and the amount of hard work that goes into the episode is so long. The production process, as I said before, and it's not about making an app. Don't forget about that, guys, and sending it out on YouTube. A lot goes into the scripts, clips, scenes, sound, and the voiceovers that you are about to see in the themes. So, so episodes like this don't come, doing these scenes and doing this episode, it will take time. And we don't want to rush doing this. You know what I mean? Like, if you rush doing something, you're not going to get it exactly the way you want it. So, as usual, and I've been saying this because of your support, because your support have definitely helped us here on your patience. So thank you, guys. Once again, I love you guys, and I love you more for your patience and for your support. Anywho's, let's get back. So, okay, so this is the real thing right here. We showing the explosion. Okay, now you're gonna see now you can see here the explosion going, and then more explosions, because obviously this explosion was massive, based on the fact that it was a powerful water gun and a poison tail attack. And then like what I've shown you when we're actually putting everything into that scene in the previous what I've shown you previously. You can see that, dark is night. See, and then when the explosion comes, smoke. See, so bang, the explosion, and then the smoke comes out, and then Peter says, "Hey, look." Dad says, "Bill was right. Gilbert ran to Route 104. Let's go." And then things. See, so let me just see. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it that was fixed in the final clip. You see that right here? See, you don't see Diane Boo moving down, so I guess that everything was right in the end. So you can see everything is all right there. As well as the panning, what I mentioned before. Look, see, everything all looks good. See the smoke, the explosion. See, so everything all looks good right there. And then we see the explosion, the explosion, the explosion, the explosion. So see, as the explosion is going out, and then when it gets to the next scene, there we go. And then the explosion is still loud, because obviously as the explosion goes, it's from a distance. And then when we go back to the scene, we can see that the explosion is still going on. And then after that, you're gonna hear my voice over doing Trico. Let me hear it again. Actually, let me see. Let me do it like this, so then I can just hear it as you guys are going along. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Gonna put on the headphones that I use when I am recording my music albums, so I think that way it will be better than the other headphones that I used before. Alright. Yeah, okay, let me hear it. Actually, let me see. Okay, yeah, I got my headphones that I use for my music albums on. Got them on. Okay, now, now that way I can tell you guys what's going on. Okay, so you can see that you can hear my Trico voiceover going on in there. Yeah, and I tell you, man, I tell you something, man. Voicing Trico in this episode has been a joy, seriously, because I've been doing voiceovers on and off for now, as of 2018, for 3 years, and doing Trico, especially when you're doing voicing for your own series, you know, it's like, I think it's that kind of feeling that, you know, like when I think for me is that I think for me it feels like as if that time when I finished, that feeling when I finished my second album, my second music album, and it feels like the same feeling as when you finish the first album, that kind of feeling, and you feel so proud of it, and at the same time you feel so happy that, see, you say, that's me, I can't believe it, that's me. It's exactly the same thing like when you're recording music, a song, you know, voiceovers, when you're acting, you know, and doing these voice acting voiceovers here, has been brilliant to do in this episode. And let me tell you something. I cannot wait to voice. I cannot wait to voice Trico in episode 5. It's going to be brilliant, and also to voice various of characters in Gilberts, Pokemon, the Hoenn, Stars and Psalm sagas. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's get back onto this. So then you can hear Talo. So then you can, and then also you can hear, I think this is, actually let me see. I can't see from there. Yeah, Torchic. This one I could have voiced Torchic, but at the time, obviously, I was just concentrating on Trico. You know, so yeah. So I think that's good for me. Alright, so okay. Let me just see. Okay. So then you see the explosion, okay, and then after that you see, that's the 5-4 one. Let me see, this is, okay, forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, because this is a new software, there were some certain sounds that are actually missing, and like this one, see, you can hear it a little bit. Yeah, so these ones right here, I'm hoping, yeah. See, you can hear a little bit of the night sound. Is it possible to actually raise this thing up? Oops. Yeah, okay, I'll look for that, because that is, okay. Well, basically, I can't show you this right now. Actually, wait, let me. Okay. Yeah, okay, let me just show you. Wait, is it? Can you hear it? It's quite subtle, but you can hear it. That kind of noises that when you are like in the forest, when it's dark, when it's night, you know, that kind of noise. And I really like that. I mean, and I've been saying this, like, what I take very seriously. I take detail very seriously, and also I really take the environments very seriously. So this is something that we recently put in the episodes. Okay, now let's go. See? So then you can hear the sea, the ocean if you watch the episode, you know that this Route 104, or if you watch the games, Route 104 is near the beach, so definitely ocean and waves. I really like that, you know. I really like that. I mean, see that. I mean, yeah. So exactly like these kind of ocean waves, relaxing, calming sounds help very well with the environment. So yeah. So then, you know, so all of this, like the ocean, the subtle wind, the city noises. All right. Again, yeah, forgive me again, guys. As I said, this is a new software. Anyway, so you can hear, yeah, the city sounds. So then, you know, while, so then, okay, now let me just get rid of the. It's very subtle when you hear all of these sounds together, but if I go like this, you know what I mean. See, it's like as if you're like in the actual city. So then we needed this as well. Brilliant right there. Okay, all right. Anyway, let me guys let me lay here. So then basically you get the idea, you know what I mean? Because we want things to be real, like as if, you know, because think about it, you wouldn't go to a city and don't hear anything, isn't it? That's what I mean. So then that's the environment of a city. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, then we hear the wind strong howling gusting noise for the wing attack for blowing the smoke. So brilliant right there. And then we hear I think that's Torchic. And then you see now this is all been, yeah, these ones are taking different time, and this is the one that actually is here right now, I think. Yeah. Okay, so
Trico! 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 Trico!
So then you can just see the sheer hard work for this scene. Okay. See, so then you can hear like what we heard earlier on there, and then there was a special effect in here, the reverb to make it as if Trico is trapped into some kind of you know, its surroundings is you know, like his surroundings like an echo. So you make it like as if it's like, to give it a bit of some reverb there. Yeah. Okay. Now you heard that, right? Okay. Now we see all these Taylor, me doing Trico, the tall chick trying to get out, and then you hear that smashing noise that you heard earlier on. That is tall chick coming out with the ember that I mentioned before, and then see, so that noise that you hear, that kind of blowing noise, I'll say, is coming here from, and we use some of the flame moves for when Torchic does Ember to come out, and then you can just see it works. So then let me just see. So then you hear this. There. So then you hear a bit of that over there. And then you hear the breaking glass, as I said before. That, and then you hear, you know, you heard that, didn't you? And then, yeah, see, so that is exactly the same thing what I said before about the flame when Torchic did Ember. It took a very long time yet to find out what kind of noises what kind of noise Ember will do if it was to come out of, you know, Team Rocket's robot, as well as the smashing glass. You know, you gotta find all of these things. That's what it is, and that is one of the things right there. Yeah, for Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures, the Hoenn region, and then you can just see right there. See that as well. That whoa, 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 that kind of noise. Let me show it again to you guys. See that? So you see that trying to help out Trico and Taylor to come out, and then you can hear the noises. And then after that, the voice acting for this part for Trico was also me. I tell you, when I was voicing this, I couldn't wait to voice this. I couldn't wait to voice it, man. I enjoyed it. It was a joy to voice it, and I cannot wait to voice again. Seriously. So okay. See, so every detail matters. Every detail matters. So that's right there. And then, you know what I mean? And then to show and to hear the effect of Trico trying to get out. See? And then we hear that looks like exactly, I knew it was Torchic. Okay, so there, and then we hear wing. I think that's Taylor, isn't it? Yeah, Taylor, exactly. And then again, but this is different. It goes on to be different. I remember doing this. And I remember doing this, and I said to myself that it has to be so urgent. You know what I mean? Like here, if you're trapped into like assuming that your car, you're driving, some crazy killer trying to get you, knock you off, and then you fall into like a sea. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, water is coming out of the car. Water is basically coming in the car. Sorry about that. Water is coming in the car. What do? You'll be hysteric. You'll be like, I want to get out quickly. It's that kind of thing. Like, I want to get out quickly. Come on. It's that kind of getting out. That kind of urgency, trying to get out. It's very urgent. I want to get out before I die. It's that kind of urgency. So that is what I try to do. Trying to make it real. Trying to bring the edge of the seat moments, like Trico trying to get out. You know what I mean? And you know, obviously, Torchic tried to helped a bit, but it's up to Trico and Taylor to try to get out. And obviously, Taylor is tired as well because obviously, you've seen the previous scene. Obviously, Gilbert was looking for Torchic, and our heroes were looking for Torchic. Gilbert went by himself, didn't tell our heroes. Obviously, that's how he is when he's excited about Pokemon and trying to get a Torchic or any Pokemon that he likes or loves to get. And then you can just see that Gilbert tells Taylor and Trico to look for Torchic. Obviously, Gilbert finds Torchic, and then obviously Gilbert wondered why Trico and Taylor was taking so long. And then all of a sudden we noticed that all this time, Team Rocket. And obviously that's what Trico and Taylor said to Gilbert. Obviously Gilbert understands what Pokemon is saying. That's what Gilbert says. Team Rocket. And then that's when that's when Team Rocket, you know, yoink. That's what Meow says. That's when he jacks them right there. Okay, so then just hear it. Let me make it higher for you guys, the volume. And now you can hear it, see? Okay, now this part I really like. The robot sound. Now, okay. All right. Yeah. Again, as I said, the sound disappeared obviously because of new software. Anyway, look at hearing this. See? And then hearing this. Like an actual robot moving. We hear this. See? So it's in here. Trico also trying to get out during that move. During that sound, sorry about that. During what's going on at the moment. See? So this is showing that they are trying to move and trying to escape it with Gilberts, Trico, Taylor, and Torchic. And then you can just see Gilbert exactly the same thing, very urgently, really desperate. That's the word, desperate. What Trico, Taylor trying to get out, and then desperately Gilbert is trying to get Trico and Taylor back. And during that, you can see that the sound is still going on, obviously because the environment is still around. And then after that, yeah, we see yeah, okay, let me just see this. Yep, cool. Yeah. And then obviously we see Gilbert's friends back in business, they're coming. And then we see Wingo also happy to see our heroes once again. And then there we go. See, at night, our friends are here, Gilbert's there, smiling. Exactly what I said before, you know, how Gilbert is, you know, love his friends and family and his Pokemon. And then we hear, and I think this is Sapphire. Yeah, that's Sapphire. And then we hear Trico, me doing Trico's voice right there. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And then I think what's this? Yeah, so that's part of the move that was going on at the moment. And then yeah, and then the machine going on. We still hear Sapphire because I think Sapphire is is kind of like a little bit like you know, like that kind of moment, you know, because obviously our friends are here and you know our heroes are here to help Gilbert out. See, and then Survivor moving again. There we go. And then obviously Dad says, "You people seriously?" And then obviously the machine will stop, obviously because they're stopping there. Just hear it. Okay, now, yeah. Obviously, Team Rocket's motto comes here after when Peter says, "You know them." Because obviously, don't forget, guys, that Mark, Peter, and Melvin, who is in this episode here, was with his family because of just a family incident going on at the moment. You see in the next episode of episode 5. Okay, so that's why he's not there. But then you can see that Mark, Peter, and Melvin were not there by the time when Gilbert, Boo, and Dyer were helping the family of Odell when Team Rocket was there, and obviously tried to do their schemes around where they were, as well as don't forget that Team Aqua was in that episode doing a horrendous thing, which was misusing Mega Evolution. Anyway, so see. So if I forgot to mention that how they come in was also a transition effect. So if I didn't mention that, I'm saying it now. They came in through a transition effect. Everything they see, okay, like that, and then that was also a transition effect. Yeah. This one, and this one, and okay, let me do it. That and this one, you all know that there are two images that one's dark, and then obviously we use a transition effect to bring out the real them, and then obviously Meow come in with another transition effect right there, and then obviously another transition effect. They put the Team Rocket logo at the back, and then glowing like that. Yeah, so that's only if I forgotten to mention that. Anyway, so then you can see. And then you can hear, and also you can hear Trico, Taylor trying to get out. My voice acting, my voiceover is still at the background, making it realistic. So then you get the idea. So then you get the idea right there. Anyways, you know there's one there. So then you definitely understand that. So yeah. Anyway, but this part is absolutely marvelous, and this is the reason why that I wanted to do the episode breakdown based on this, because I think this is one of the best scenes in this episode. One of the best scenes of this episode. Anyway, so then and then obviously we see a comedic part, which if I forgot to mention, I'm mentioning it now. There, does it scare you, like Meow? And then no, Mark was like, what, a talking Meow? And then Meow says that does it scare you? And what, does it scare you? Yeah. And then Mark's like not reading, and obviously viewed as a manga full, like she's like, what the, she's like completely shocked, and then there's that noise is also an effect when she drops on the floor, like like what, that kind of manga Japanese cartoon thing, you know what I mean, right there. There's one there. Okay, now okay, and then okay, all right, bear with me here, because I think there are some thing going on here, because I think, as I said, because of the new software, there's something that I misplaced with the Trico sound. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. Thank you very much for bearing with me anyway. Anyways, okay. So I muted that, but you understand what I'm talking about, like Trico trying to get out, like Trico, like that, trying to get out, and then now Gilbert says, guys, they have Trico and Taylor, and then see Gilbert's like what Gilbert always do and always say, if someone's trying to get his Pokemon, he says, I'm not going to let them take my Pokemon. Especially if someone is stealing. I mean, how gullible or dense can Team Rocket be? See? And now we get to hear. Now, the pound that you are hearing in here, the move that Trico is doing, is not just a pound, but it's a improvisation of Gilbert's pound, the pound that Gilbert taught Trico when I think there were, let's say, Gilbert after this day is still training Trico how to do his own improvisation of pound. So in there he's doing it, and that is why let me just see. That's why you hear that smash noise, because before it wasn't there, right? It wasn't, but now it's there. You see? So yeah, now let's see. Yeah, so you can just see right there, look at that smashing, and then there, there it is. Gilberts, Trico using the pound infrastructure and almost breaking free. So there we go. Because think about it, a normal pound will not get out of a metal, a metal robot. But you know how intelligent Gilbert is, and Gilbert has been like this ever since Gilbert has been like this from before up to now. He's still a legend. He's still the most powerful Pokemon trainer in the Pokemon universe. He's still, he never gives up. You're going to see a lot of that. He mentioned it in this episode. You're going to see a lot of that in the Hoenn region episodes. And you're going to see that also in the Redux episodes when they come out. Hopefully they come out around this time. But the one I'm hoping for is episode 5. And also episode 5 of the Hoenn region. And also the Hoenn region. Stars and Psalms episode 35. Okay, so you're hearing it. Okay, yeah, that's another glitch. See, this is what I mean about this software. The software kind of ruined some of the stuff right there, but you understand what I'm actually coming from. Let me just enable some of them. Yeah, it kind of ruined some of it. I can see it didn't ruin these ones. I can see that because it's with, yeah. Anyways, but you get the idea of Trico, always trying to hit it, so hitting it, the glass, it smashes, and then, okay, let me see if there's anything I've missed out. Okay, so then obviously you will hear the Team Rocket classic radio tower. I think this is there. Yeah, so then you can hear that one right there. So we used, the Ether Foundation. And then you can hear the robot sound and everything. Okay, so okay, now, and then we... Alright, so basically it's the same thing, which is cool. So yeah, so basically you get the idea. If you watch the episode, you get the idea right there. And then okay, is there anything I need to show you guys for this episode breakdown? Okay, let's go. Breaking free. Sorry about that. I have to enable this because obviously the software kind of mucked it up. So then the software kind of mucked it up. So I have to fix that. Anyway, but you get the idea. If you watch the episode, you get the idea. Trico's trying to break free, glass is smashing, Trico using the improvisation of pound, a different powerful improvisation. And as I said, Gilbert is a very intelligent guy. He knows what to do, and he knows what to teach his Pokemon, and he's been doing that ever since. As I say, do not underestimate Gilbert. That's all I gotta say. Even though that he goes to different regions, wants to have that same feeling he had when he started with the Hoenn region with his when he first started with his new Pokemon. You shouldn't underestimate him. Even though when people say weak, he'll come back and destroy you. That's for sure. And I can bet you on that. Okay, so and don't forget, Gilbert is the ultimate double elite champion of the Hoenn and Johto region, and also defeated the Hoenn Elite Four, Johto Elite Four, some of the Kanto Elite Four. But obviously, the Hoenn region series, I'm hoping that we'll be able to show you guys that when Gilbert defeats Steven, Wallace, and the Elite Four of the Hoenn region. Anyway. So basically you get the idea. And then, yeah, the breaking. Let me put that right here. So then, with that and that combination, when Trico's trying to smash it with the improvisation, and you can just see here they're going crazy, saying, "Oh no, Trico is almost breaking free." See that combination right there with the pow noise, and then the breaking of glass, brilliant right there, and then yep, and then okay, yeah, obviously. So then you get the idea. See, how was that Trico pound attack? Sorry, how was that Trico pound attack breaking the metal? Obviously, she does not know that actually it's Gilbert's infatuation of pound, a very different pound move. Okay, and then okay, I think this one's also a glitch there as well, because I gotta fix this up seriously. But you get the idea, and then you get to see there, and then there we go. There we go. You can hear that, and then okay, yeah, more glitches. I need to. I'll definitely fix this up. Don't worry about that, because I know what goes there, so I'm cool with that. Anyways, so then you can just see right here, Trico showing its desire to get off. Trying to get out, trying to get off the evil hands of Team Rocket, trying his hardest, keep on going, just keep on going. That's what Gilbert's all about. Keep on going, don't give up, and Trico has that mentality. So that is absolutely brilliant. And this is what we've been saying about the team, but it takes time to finish the voices of Trico in this scene, but you know where I'm coming from, and it's absolutely brilliant, the end product. And when you go and watch the episode, and don't know about this, I'll fix this up, because it kind of putting this into this new software kind of ruined it. But you get what I'm saying, and you can just see it right here again. Yep. And then, see, he's yelling out because I think they're about to go. Yeah. See, so then if you see that, yeah, you see that Mark is saying that criminals here from Cantor, right? Dad says, yeah. Jesse says that, thank you, we never knew we had fans. Meow said they don't mind, we got a place to be. So then, yeah. See, so move it. All prepare for trouble, and then Mark and that says that you don't see they're here to obviously they're here to help Gilbert out, because obviously Gilbert's kind of defenseless, because obviously Wingo can't beat Team Rocket by himself, because obviously Gilbert have just recently caught it. Torchic is badly hurt, and Trico and Taylor are trapped. So what can Gilbert do? Only his heroes, only his friends, only our heroes, his friends can save, can actually get Gilbert's Pokemon out. And then you can hear that noise, the Pokéball noise. That, yeah. Is that it? No, wait a second. That's not it. Wait, let me see. That might be it. Oh, actually, that is it. That looks... Oh, that's when it's coming out. Alright, fair enough. Where are you? Yeah. So then you heard that Pokéball note, that obviously that's the note that I use. Obviously, when a Pokéball is small, when obviously a Pokéball you get it out from either from your pocket or something like that. And obviously the Pokéball is very, very small. And then when you press the button, then it comes out big, and obviously that noise, that's the noise that comes out. But but I use that noise. Sorry, I use that noise when our heroes or our friends or anybody in the series enlarges their Pokéball to bring out their Pokemon. Yeah, so then now you see, and then obviously that's when Boo and Mark says that who said anything about fans, and then after that, then you hear. Wait, sorry about this. I'm pressing the wrong one. I'm just checking see if I'm doing anything wrong here. I'm pressing yeah. Oh, cool. Don't know why I missed that. See? So then the normal classic Pokéball sound effect right there, and then see, so it's happening during the break of the glass. Me doing Trico's voice acting, voiceovers right there, and then we see the Pokéball come out, and then we see Mark bring out his powerful Mako hitter. Too bad that Mark here couldn't use his powerful Mach Chop in this scene, obviously because Mark's starter is Mach Chop. Yeah, Mach Chop, which is really powerful, and we all know that Mark is the comedian with Gilbert. Gilbert and Mark are the comedian of the pack, of the team, but Mark does the most. Yeah, even though Mark here is the comedian and looks kind of dim-witted a bit, I would say, his brain, when it comes to Pokemon battle, he's really intelligent. Obviously because he's been trained. If you watch the episode, he's been training a lot, and also he's been training with the Judo Master, who's been who him has been training ever since his graduation, or ever since he got his first Pokemon. And then you can see there, beautiful, strong Mudkip. We all know Boo. It's a long history with Boo, as well as wanting to be like the best water Pokemon master in the Pokemon universe, as well as her family and her sisters are also in Kanto. Yes, and her sisters and her father is also in Kanto as the gym leader of Cerulean City. So then you can imagine Boo really got some family, like Gilbert, who at the moment Gilbert is the cousin to Professor Kukui, and also the uncle to gym leader Norman in the Hoenn region. It's a long story, as well as Agatha from the Elite Four. Gilbert got a famous big family. Anyway, and then Dia and Peter right there, and everybody here all got sisters. I'm pretty much sure, especially Melvin. Melvin got sisters. Mark got sisters. Boo got sisters. Dia got brother and sisters. Peter got brother and sisters. Obviously, we know Gilbert. Gilbert got one brother and two sisters. We all know that. So yeah. Anyway. And then you hear, sorry about that if you heard something from my phone there. Anyway, and then see, so you hear that when it's you get the when Boo and Mark gets it back. See that, and then it's like some kind of like a noise, and then so there, and then obviously you can hear the environment, very lovely, and then you can hear some of the sound. Let me see. Oh yeah, we couldn't put it here obviously because the Pokéball sound and the Pokéball another Pokéball sound. What is this? Another Pokéball sound there as well. Yeah. Mudkip as well. Yeah. Mako Hitter. Okay, Mako Hitter's sound. I've been saying this, you know why. I've been saying this a lot. I will find Mako Hitter's voice. But you know what I'm saying, that as you can see here, when when Mark brings out Maku, I think it's Mako Hitter. Forgive me if I'm mentioning that wrong, but I think that's how you pronounce it. And then you can see that the sound of Makuta's voice was actually meant to come out as soon as Makuta comes out from the Pokeball, and then does his stance. He's him and Mark's Mark gave that stance to Makuta to do that. So it's like, you know, doing that brilliant stance right there. And then also exactly like Boo and Boo. Boo's Mudkip, so about that when Boo Mudkip yells, yells like so. Let me do that again. Actually, sorry. Let me just enable there, so you can hear that. Yeah. And then after that, and then we see that Team Rocket's logo right there, and then you can hear, and then another thing you can hear me doing Trico's voice acting right there, voiceovers for Trico in that scene, and then after that the smash, and then obviously it goes into, and this is also a transition. Remember what I said about the timing of we don't know the timing of the logo when it comes out. If I didn't mention that, I'm mentioning it right now. Right there, so then that way we know the transition, and then we do that. That is a transition from the effects. The transition effects right there that leads us here to the battle, and there, the battle right there. Okay, all right. Let me. So then, Team Rockets. So Team Rockets. Actually, let me just do this. So then. See, so someone's going. So I mean, there are. There's so many things going on in this scene, especially with the environment, the Pokéball coming out, the robot, Torchic, Trico, Taylor, Wingull, the Pokéball note, the Pokemon, Survivor. Oh boy, the themes, the environments, everything. You know what I mean? It's only one scene. So then, see. Yeah, see, and then let's move a little bit forward. Now, see, so now you get the idea. See, brilliant. So then it leads up to right there. Let me see if I've forgotten anything for you guys. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, I will deal with those sounds just to make sure that it adjusts to everything properly. I tell you, man, the dubbing work here for Trico in this episode has been brilliant. I mean, sorry to mention it so many times, but it's because we're trying to get it to perfection. Looking for the right note, and where Trico's where Trico is showing his stress, power, strength to try to get out. And as I said, you just heard that. You can always go back, and rewind the video just to hear Trico's voice, like Trico, trying to get out. He's absolutely eager to get back to safety and get back to Gilbert. Now I think that is that. Now you guys can actually see how the scene was done. Okay, let me just scroll out, guys, so then you can just get a little bit of an idea of how this episode actually looked like. See that? So yeah, I mean these ones right here, I mean I think it's because of it is because probably we thought of a new script, something new to go in there. But I think this one, let me see. Yeah, I think probably I must have written this wrong, so I had to go back. Yeah, that's right. Look, part of Boo. Yeah, you can see right there what I said. Part of Boo's, you ain't going anywhere. See, so I did a mistake there, and I managed to put this with that when I did this episode. So then you can just see. So then you get a little bit of an idea how this episode is. Let me just show you guys. Except for scene 3, which I will find later on. Look at that. See, so off the clip. So you can imagine it must be like more than 200, 300 clips going into just one episode. even though it's 30 minutes, there will still be a lot of clips. Don't forget about the crops. Don't forget about the cropping. Don't forget about the face expressions. So a lot goes into this episode, and you can imagine how many clips and crops and animation goes into each and every episode of Gilbert's Pokemon. So then, yeah. So then you can imagine. So guys, so you can just see that it's a very grueling process. So we need to take our time doing this and making sure that everything is right, especially the scripts and the way it was written for this episode. Don't forget, guys, that here everything that you see here, I have acted it out. Yes, and as I said, I'm not going to show you how I acted it out, but you know, because I've been a voice actor on and off part-time for 3 years, I have to kind of make it like as if it's going to be voiced, even though that's where we're aiming to make sure that we get voiceovers to voice these characters Pokemon one day, as I said, to be like a production house. But you can just see, because if I don't act it out, or like if me or if one of our team members don't act it out, or if we don't act it out properly and it comes out wrong, you know whose fault it's going to be, right? It's going to be us, because we didn't calculate it, we didn't check it, we didn't research it. Don't forget that way. We don't want people or characters to be how can I call it, to be out of character. We don't want characters to be out of character. You know what I mean? I mean, anyway, you get what I mean. So every episode that you see of Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures, I have to imagine it in my head, and I have to kind of act it out to see if it makes sense, to see if it's right here to put a certain sentence into this scene, a certain sentence into that scene, you know what I mean, and to say to let Mark, because to do comedy is even a little bit hard, because you have to make sure that the comedy fits the scene, fits the situation. So it's around the situation. So that is why the action comedy drama is, especially doing Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures, can be really, really long and grueling. And as well as the effects, the sounds, the voiceovers. So these you have to put in place perfectly. And as I said, there may be errors, there may be minor errors here and there, but I really I really hope, and we are definitely trying to make sure that it's inch perfect. That is what is going on at the moment. And don't forget that here, even though that we may not get it like the way in the manga series, the manga stories, because the manga stories is, I would say, this episode of the manga stories here is 85% linked. So some of the stuff that you see here, or most stuff that you see here, is from the manga stories. Yes, it's from the manga stories. But there's some bits and pieces in this episode that are not in the manga stories, and we just added it in. So that's it. I'll just say that. I will just say that. I think that will be, yeah, that is definitely true. Because obviously, this episode is Chick Chick Wanna Chick Chick. So that's the episode. So yeah, and the title Chick Chick Wanna Chick Chick. Obviously, I came up with that title. Obviously, To Chick, Chick, To Chick. So I just gave it some kind of like a beat title. Chick Chick Wanna Chick Chick. Like that. So yeah. So that is the title right there, for this episode. And don't forget, guys, and don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, without you, where would we be? And don't forget that we do this for you. We give something that the Pokemon series may not give, and this is it. Don't forget that this is a half hack, half animation series, because obviously, these stuff that you see like Sapphire, Ringo, Torchic, the robot, the explosions, you will not see that in a game. You will not see that. So all of this stuff that you see right there is all us adding it in. The first expressions are all made up by us. I made that. Obviously, I spoke to some of my members about the face expression, and they said that it's a great idea, especially the speech bubbles. They said that it was a good idea, even though that the speech bubbles, the speech marks, speech bubbles. Let me do this. Speech marks. There we go. Speech marks. Those speech marks, even though these speech marks here do take time, especially if you finish a scene like so, and then having to do this does take time, and to make sure that it's perfect, not like as if it's stretched from here all the way here. No, we don't want that. There's one there. We don't want that. So we want it to be we want it to be perfect, and definitely we want it to be near, because usually we want this one to be pointing to the mouth, or at least towards the character, so then you know who is Boo. This is the reason why that I also wanted the speech bubble in Gilbert's Pokemon Adventure, is because new people, like new people who are new guys like you guys who comes into Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures, we want it here to be fan friendly, new people friendly, let's say that. So we want to tell our viewers, or tell you guys, who is Gilbert, who is Boo, who is Daya, who is Mark, who is Peter, who is Melvin, who is Mary, who is all of his characters that you see in and out, that come, all these brilliant characters that you've seen in and out of Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures. You have to know who they are. So that is the reason why that has been pointing. Oh, Gilbert said this, Boo said that, Mark said this, Daya said this, Peter said this, Melvin said this. So you see all of this across Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures. I hope that you guys have a little, I just hope you guys that enjoyed it as much as I have, and as much as the team have as well, because they have put their input into this small team, this tiny team, and as I said that, people may say that, why can't you and the team here do the thing together, do this together? Well, we can. I mean, as much as we can, we cannot, because this series, Hoenn region, Finhu region, the Johto Kanto Redux, is all in my hand. So I have the final say, and as well, because I am the obviously, because I've written Gilbert's Pokemon itself, not the Pokemon franchise, but Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures, because I produced it, I directed it, and obviously I've written most of it. I have the final say at what goes in the manga stories and what goes in Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures, the series. Please drop a like in this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I have. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this episode, because I and the team, we enjoyed making this, writing this, and me editing this and voicing Trico. And I really hope that more episodes like this will come out very soon. As I said before, it's a grueling process, so bear with us. I know it's long, but bear with us, please, because without you, where would we be? We really want you guys, we really want your support, your love, and your support, because we love you more and we love you guys. Make sure you subscribe on the video in the bottom right hand corner if you are new and who haven't done it yet, and also get involved and click on the bell for notifications for more Gilbert's Pokemon Adventures content. Thanks again. Hope you have a good one. I love you guys so much. I've been saying this. Everything that you need is in the description below if you want to subscribe to the SGZ Entertainment channel, as well as that's Uthtube Gaming and Uthtube Play, as well as my music is there if you guys want to listen. You know, as the team said and what they put there, you know, show some love, you know, and also we got some new things coming out. You seen it, it's coming soon, so we'll let you know when they're all coming soon. They're all in the description below. You know, we love you guys. I love you guys so much, and we love you more. We really do. Thank you so much, guys. Now you get to see how this massive Pokéball was made. You know, it's a grueling process, but you get what I mean. So then you can imagine doing this, but 12 times. Yes, 12 times. Or sometime, if it's a 30-40 minute episode, can you imagine doing it 9 times? That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, guys. Anyway, don't forget, guys, that there will be new content coming up on this channel, as well as the episodes, you know, episode 5 of the Hoenn region, episode 35 of the Finhu region, GP Sember. Join me for that as I explain some of my favorite moments of Gilbert's Pokemon adventures. We do it every December, or I do it every December, so that's what it's called, Gilbert's Pokemon December, but put it together and we call it GP Sember. And we're gonna, and guys, yeah, you know, guys, don't forget, your support makes it worthwhile as well, because it gives us the appetite, it gives us the yearning, the enthusiasm to do these episodes and do these videos like this, you know. So I really hope that you guys will support and drop a like in the video, and to also subscribe on this video if you're new. And I'll be sure that if I've forgotten anything in this video in terms of what was going on in the TeamOfUthtube channel and the SGZ Entertainment channel, I'll be putting it. I'll actually pin it in the description below. Thanks again. As I said before, I love you guys so much. I'm out, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Take care of yourself. Bless, peace, and I see you down the road.